Arsenal Fan TV here with Ian Wright, the legend himself. I'm glad I got you, right, because I know that you're on TV all the time. You know the Arsenal players. You got all the insider knowledge. So you'll be able to fill me in and all the millions of fans that watch Arsenal Fan TV why Arsenal get so many injuries. What's up?
Rob, I ain't got a clue. You know what I mean? I really, really wish I could, but when you
Nobody knows.
No one knows. Like, I don't know. One of the complaints I'm hearing that the training ground and it's hard. It's quite hard. I was speaking to Rio. I was speaking to Ferd the other day, and he was saying they had to train there a couple of times with England, and it was noticeable instantly. Now, for me, that has got to have something to do with it. And when you consider that we're in London, we're London, like Harley Street, we're close to the top surgeons and doctors in the world. The facilities we've got at the training ground, everything, it is worrying how many injuries we get and how long it takes our players to get back. I believe it's got to, for me, and I'll put my head on the line and say that if the training ground is hard and players have said it, like I say, Rio, then they've got to have a look at that, because I don't believe with Arsenal, with the way we're signing players at the moment, and we're not signing them as frequently as we'd like to. When you get them, you want to make sure you keep them on the pitch as often as you can. We're losing too many players to injuries too frequently.
I mean, you look at the players that are out at the moment as well. We're not talking about fringe players. We're talking about Wilshere,
first team,
Welbeck,
first team,
Ramsey,
first team,
Theo Walcott,
first team,
Oxlade-Chamberlain,
first team.
I mean, I can go on and on.
Jesus Christ, man, it's depressing. Because you see,
have another drink.
I've tipped. Yeah, but the thing is, I've tipped. I went for us this season simply because I was in Asia. I was in and around the guys. The vibe was right. You know what I mean? Everything felt really good. And the only thing that's going to cause us a problem, yes, we signed Peter Cech and people wanted more. Of course you want more. And hopefully January, without putting too much pressure on Arsene, hopefully we can nick something that should just give everybody a lift. But, there's positive vibes coming out of there. And the players, I only feel that the players just needed to up their level. Ozil more consistent, which he's done. You're going to get out of Sanchez. And just people like Santi, Santi in the bigger games, just doing his stuff. We need people like Koscielny fit, We need, like Monreal, revelation for us. When he first came, I thought, what we done? What we doing? You know what I mean? I wanted to shoot Santos. I would rather not have anybody than have Santos playing for Arsenal. Then when Monreal came, I thought, God, he didn't look right. He's literally kicked on and he's brilliant now. He's actually our number 3. But I felt that with the team that we can put out there, and our goalkeeper now, as we saw again yesterday, saved us again. I still feel that we're good enough to do it. We do need Chelsea to do what they're doing. We do need Man United to still be up and down with what they're doing, and City without Aguero and Silva. It's an opportunity. Whatever way it manifests itself, it's an opportunity, and that's why yesterday's game was so important. But the injuries is always going to be a problem for us. It's a problem for everyone, but even more with Arsenal.
Well, do you think, right, looking at it, right, he only bought Petr Cech in the summer, and one of the things when I was interviewing fans, one of the things a lot of them were saying is, why didn't he get more players? I mean, should he overcompensate? Should he look on it and say to himself, all right, I normally have a squad of 25, but you know what? Bearing in mind our history of injuries over the years, maybe I better get 28. Do you reckon he should do that, or?
No, Rob, because if he gets 28, he could get injuries to the ones that come in. You could get injuries to anyone. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm sure Arsene would want to buy the best players that come available and keep them fit and go on and do great stuff. You cannot legislate for the injuries. It's something like 10 injuries. That could be to anyone.
So is it the medical team?
You can't say it's the medical team neither. It's just a case of just unfortunate. We're getting injuries, and we're getting injuries to key players, and that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Because you can look at City. City have got Aguero and Silva out.
Yeah, that's two.
That's two. But look at the two. Look at the two.
That's two, but look how many we got out.
Yeah, but we've got a lot of them out, and like we said, we just mentioned, could it be the training, whatever it is, it is something. But at the same time, you cannot, injuries don't choose who it is, because you choose a couple of players that you don't feel that you might be playing regularly enough. I won't want to name any players, but the fact is you cannot legislate for who's going to get injured. What you want to do, and I understand what you're saying, is you want the boss to maybe buy enough cover so as that if the injuries come, we've got somebody to come in who can slip into the first team and carry on. But then how do you keep them happy if you do keep everybody fit? You know, I'd like to see that scenario, Arsenal, where everybody's fit and everybody's playing well, vying for a place, because that's how you intensify the competition for places.
Somebody yesterday gave me the answer. He said, this is the answer to our problems with injuries, right? There's only one person we need to bring in and we'll be all right. He said, hire Eva Canera.
Well, to be honest, it seems that the thing, to be fair to her, it seems like she just wants to get the players fit no matter what's happening, even though Jose kind of like chastised her, but she's on there to try and help the players. What we need ideally is just a few more signings and a little bit more luck with the injuries. I think that it's Arsene Wenger must be tired of people asking him questions about signing people. You know, Arsene said, you know what I mean, he could sign somebody and then they could get injured. And then what happens then? Should he have signed someone else? It's just the way it goes. We have to accept that, but it's very hard to accept when we get so many injuries in so many seasons.
Good point or a bad point?
I think we have to say a good point. It's an opportunity missed simply because City did slip up against Villa, and you know, it's one of those. I put on Twitter that, you know what I mean, it's an opportunity. The ball's in our court, and you know, for us to have like beaten Spurs, and we had the chances to beat them.